I used to chase money, now I chase purpose. Building this startup, I've come to realize it's more important to prioritize purpose over profit. Building this startup has brought me closer to God than anything else I've ever done. In this video, I'm gonna bring 5 points to you that I've come to realize. Stay tuned and I hope this video helps you in some way. So to point one of this video, building a startup wasn't one of the first things that I've tried. I've tried dropshipping, a bunch of different agencies, from social media to regular marketing agencies, but time and time again, after every agency, I would always see myself quitting or losing motivation. This software startup where I'm building my own app and I'm actually applying what I'm learning in school, for some reason I've stuck with it, even though I've made no profit yet whatsoever. And I think it's because of the simple fact that I've kept God in it. And I've realized that it's more about purpose than profit. You know, when you start another agency or when you start a business or any business, everyone starts that business for the simple fact that they want to make money, they want to change their lives. And it takes time. And for someone who's 16, 17, or 18 years old, or somewhere around that age range, you start to see that these gurus push the concept that you'll be making money in a matter of 2 weeks to a matter of days. But it's simply not true, like at all. So changing my why, and why am I doing this, why am I even starting this startup in the beginning, really has made the longevity of this project, of this business, last longer. It's not something that I want to start in 2 days and I want to finish in a week. It's something that I want to keep with me for a lifetime to come. Now, that brings me to my second point. I've almost gave up numerous times during this project. Just to recap, my app is called PrepPal. It's coming out shortly, and just to give you a basic rundown, it's just an AI meal prep planning app that allows people to meal prep their week out or meal prep for a day based on what they have at home, so they don't have to go out and buy a bunch of different groceries. Now, even though I do have a coding background, it doesn't matter because I ran into continuous bugs that I had no way of fixing. If my why was for the profit or just to make a quick buck, I would easily quit because these bugs took maybe 1 to 2 days of sitting there, relaxing, going through Reddit threads, going through forums, trying to figure out why there was a bug. These bugs were nothing AI could have fixed because these bugs were simply integrating different systems or connecting Google sign-in on my app. Turning the website into an app brought the most amount of bugs, which is basically when you download the app, you can sign in with your Google account instead of making an account just with your email and password. Google sign-in specifically took me about 3 days of just logging on, trying to fix it, and then I didn't even want to burn myself out. I just literally just put it away, stopped, went to bed, and just tried it again the next day. It's always important to know that when you're building something like this, it's not going to be done in 2 days. It's not going to be done in 3 days. It's not going to be done in 4, 5, 6, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's going to take time. And you have to work at your own pace because if you work too quickly, you're going to quickly find yourself burnt out and no longer motivated to work on the project. So when I ran into a bug like integrating Google sign-in, I just simply stepped away, relaxed, took my own time away, whether that's playing video games, reading my Bible, or just taking time for myself. And then I came back later on and maybe approached it a different way that I wasn't thinking about before. Doing this and actually taking the time to take breaks and have some time for myself saved the project because it kept my motivation strong and kept me going. My third point is that it's gonna break. Whatever you build is not perfect because you're not a perfect developer. Just know that what you're building is bound to break, it's bound to have bugs, and you're bound to get tired and sick of it. Now, this is kind of similar to point 2, but it has its own section because it's very important. Things will break, and it's important to take your time like I mentioned before, but it's also important to not rush it, take a step back, and brainstorm. Yes, it's perfectly fine to take a step back and take your own time and play video games or go outside, go play soccer, go for a walk. But also it's important that if something isn't working, maybe it's not working because it's not meant to be. I'm not saying quit your whole project. I'm saying take a step back, go back to the drawing board and just fix that one error you're having. Maybe you're trying to implement Google sign-on, but that's probably not the best. Maybe switch to Apple sign-in. Or if you're trying to integrate ads, maybe don't integrate ads as a whole. You know, it's things like that where when you go back to the drawing board, you could refresh and start over and think from a new perspective. It's important to know that despite everyone saying you could build it in 2 weeks, you could build it in 3 weeks, you could build it in 4, maybe 2 days, 3 days, 5 hours, 24, you get the point. You cannot. These things take time. Anything that's worth it for other people to buy, other customers, is going to take you time to build. It's better to have quality over quantity. You could build 30 apps in the span of 1 week, but if you spend that 1 week building one app, I guarantee you that that one app is more bound to blow up than those 30 apps. Now, for my final point. The bigger picture, besides everything that I've said in this video, is you will never know if your app will succeed. But that's where I get back to my original point. Why are you doing it? Because if it's for the money, You're going to quickly find yourself dismotivated, not wanting to work on it after, that first week or after that first month of no profit. Now, I'm not saying it's bad for you to do it for the money. Money is a good factor and it's a good benefit, but don't do it just for the money. Think long term. What benefits could this give you long term? Maybe this is your first app and you plan to build 6 or 7 apps. That's great. But for you to say this is my first app and this is my last app, that's a bad mentality, because this app will not give you the profit that you're looking for. It's going to take you a couple times. Take YouTube, for example. My first video to this video now looked completely different. You could go back and you could see I didn't start YouTube with the idea of just building one YouTube video. I started with the idea of building a lifetime YouTube videos. And that's the idea. You're not building one app, you're building a startup. A startup that's a housing for a bunch of different apps. So it's important to know that when you're building a startup, or for me specifically, I'm not doing it for this one app, PrepPal. I'm doing this for who I'll be 4 apps later, the person that'll grow into 4 apps later. Because maybe this app isn't the one that blows up, but maybe my 3rd app is, or my 6th, or my 7th, or maybe my 20th. The point is, find something that you're interested in, whether that's dropshipping, whether that's social media marketing, and your main purpose for doing it should not be for the money. It should be simply because this is something you enjoy, and this is something you can see yourself doing 5 to 10 years from now. So keep going, keep God involved. This is about more than just building a startup or building 1 to 2 apps. This is about who you'll become 2 to 3 years from now if you stay consistent and if you keep coming up with new ideas, new apps to create, but taking your time building each and every one. If you guys like this content, I suggest you subscribe, leave a like, and a comment down below of how this video has helped you. I'm going to be sharing more content just like this, and stay tuned for the 2nd episode of Founder Files. You guys have a great and a blessed day. Goodbye.